Gary Richard goes at 974, slowing at only 137 miles an hour. Gary's car really didn't jump off the starting line like it's supposed to, and it was slow all the way to the stripe. Now it's Vince Perno. Super C modified stock. That thing's cool. 312-inch V8 under the hood of the Mustang. If you see a hood scoop on one of these things in super stock, then you know it's either a modified car, a modified stock, or an experimental, and that is a fairly unique combination. Marion Stevenson on the right side. Stevenson Family Racing, he and his daughter both ripping it up this weekend. She is still in her super comp car. He is trying to survive round one here in the super stock car. They're dialed fairly close. They both hit the green side of the Christmas tree. Now it's Ford versus Chevrolet. It's Vince versus Marion. Finish line stripe. Winner picker says it's going to be Vince Perno. 954 to 136 miles an hour. Marion
trying to crane his neck around like an owl, and here comes the blower Mustang. Not in time. 1062.7, 124 for Larry Hodge with an 012 light. He got a little advantage on Bongiovanni on the start, but a bigger advantage at the finish line by running his dial in with a 7. Nice work by Larry Hodge. A tough break for Anthony Bongiovanni. Venice Perno from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. The Queenston Group Insurance-sponsored record-holding Superstock C-modified stocker, dialed 956. And Pete Peary, the GTE Automatic 05 Sunfire. Bowie, Texas, home for Pete Peary in the 927 dialed Sunfire. They're both gone with the wheels up. Both green, a race to the finish line stripe. 8th mile speeds, both around 113 miles per hour. And at the lights, it is Vince Perno going at 955.0 at 136.37. Peary goes 924.5 at 140.84. Camaro, Mustang.
Here comes Doug Engels trying to chase down Zach Running. Zach Running will advance. 11:21.1 on the 11:20. 66.10 thou is the stripe down there for Zach. Doug Engels was 2 thou better on the starting line. And just a little bit worse down there on the big end of the racetrack is Zach Running in that big Oldsmobile Cutlass will return. Vince Perno, Tyler Bohannon, Tybo, Louisville, Kentucky. The 88 Camaro, Tyler, Chuck, and the team. 10:04 is the dial on the Chevrolet side of the racetrack, and Vince Perno. The big Mustang. Queenston Group Insurance, 957. There for Vince. Tyler Bohannon, one of the real good young racers out in this part of the world. Oh, and it breaks out. Tyler Bohannon's going to be sick. 10:03.8 on the 10:04, breaking out by 2 thou, taking 84 thou down at the stripe. And how about
992.3 at 127.26 is eliminated as Dahlquist runs right on the dial-in with a 9. Terry Emmons had the better reaction time, but was 500ths off his dial-in. Too much of a window. Hultquist advances. Pete Diagnolo and Venice Perno. Whoa, check this out. How cool is it to see a pair of Superstock C-modified stalkers run into each other for a heads-up Superstock battle? No dial-in, first to the finish line wins. Pete Agnolo's car, the good news for him, the car is awesome. It's family legacy. It does wheelies. The bad news for him is Venice Perno, 1 week ago, reset the national record in Superstock C-modified stock. Perno, the Queenston Group Insurance 2010 Mustang. Credit where it's due. Diagnolo grabbed a ton off the starting line. An 0-10 light for Pete. Not sure there's enough hot rod there for the Mustang to catch him. I'm sure there is. 9:59.8 at 138 miles an hour. Pete Diagnolo gets run around going 9:71.2 at 136. So Venice Perno advances on to the next round in Superstock, defeating the only other Superstock C-modified stalker in the field and a guy that he ran off against during class eliminations on Friday.
29. Hultquist puts up an 0.62 reaction time, and it's like card playing, just the odds. The potential red light of the guy going first and having to look back and forth. It just the quicker car has the advantage in that case. Gilman took a shot 009 early. What are you going to do? He's trying to win the U.S. Nationals.
I think part of it too is like how quick. You know, when you're talking about a 2-second deal there, if I'm the slow guy, I don't really mind that quite as much And, there's 1,000,007 different strategies down
Sure.
here. But if I'm the slow guy and the guy's going to be closing on me 25 miles an hour, give or take, I'm dialing it hard, I'm closing my eyes, and I'm holding it down. I'm not even looking at him. And it's like, let him make the decision when I know what my car is going to do.
Well, this is going to be a big one here. David Rampy and David Barton going to line up side by side. Of course, Rampy, we've talked about him a lot because he is racing still a lot. The potential, depending on what he does here, the potential to go into Monday with 2 cars to drive. And David Barton, the racer that very well known for his work with Copo Camaros and LS engines in the factory stock showdown, is driving his other car here, the other car that he drives for Roger Cook.
Okay, this time I just want to be the Ford. I was afraid you might not ask me, so I volunteered.
I'm glad you threw it in there.
Which is also the quicker car with a 904 dial-in. Rambo, 1020. All right, race fans, who do you think is going to take this one? Going to be David Rampy on the left. Going to be David Barton on the right. Ford fans, all with the Mustang. Chevy fans, all with the Camaro.
Can David Rampy continue this rampage he's been on with both cars competing, his Super Stocker and his Comp Eliminator car running in the semifinal rounds on Monday? He has one of the toughest customers in the house trying to stop him. Grew up at the drag strip. Grew up learning from his dad, Ray Barton, building engines, developing horsepower. Now he's trying to develop himself a win line. Here we go. Rampy looks over his right shoulder. Barton closes in, and it's David Barton, 907.7 at 136. The starting line advantage played big.
Absolutely did. A couple of hundredths better on the reaction timer was David Barton getting there first by 1.5, and he takes down Rambo. So David will take one of his 2 cars, that's Barton, into Monday, and David will take one of his 2 cars, that's Rampy, into Monday.
Lighting conditions changing big time out here, and the look of the track the past couple days, very different at the moment than we have seen.
Chris Core and Jeff Myers now. Factory Super Stocky, the Myers and Lingenfelter Tribute. Copo Camaro and Chris Core, a 1994 Camaro, an I-automatic. So a fuel-injected 350, dialed 956.
I haven't figured out yet which one of these cars I want.
Man.
I'll let you know.
I just want one of these guys' driving ability. Both of these guys shooting the lights right out of the tree off the starting line. And it's Jeff Myers, a 007 reaction time, following up on the 004 light he had last round. And Chris Core got aggressive, Joe, and got across the finish line first.
Myers has a 007, leaves second. Core 001 took 29th down at the stripe, breaking out a Hun. That's just tough racing right there. Jeff Myers left him very little room.
Hey, a quick note. Thank you to the Superstock racers for hustling back. I know you guys wanted to run in front of the Jet. We wanted that as well because we wanted the Jet to be the last car down the track tonight.
This is a fantastic way to end side-by-side racing today. Venice Perno, the Superstock C-Modified Stock Mustang, and Dennis Stewart, the monstrous wheel-standing 64 Plymouth. Who will be the last racer to go to Monday at the 2018 Chevrolet Performance U.S. Nationals? It will be Dennis Stewart as Venice Perno cut an 015 red light. And that, as they say, is the end of Superstock action, the end of the official competition day, and the beginning of Jet Car Joe Costello's love of thrust.
I do love thrust.